Cooperation. Learning objectives. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you? Today's lesson is about cooperation. Shall we begin? My friends, we previously discussed the meaning of mercy and how it is a beautiful virtue that Allah Almighty instilled in His servants' hearts to ensure that the strong and powerful would be compassionate towards the weak and poor. Another beautiful virtue that we cannot live without, my friends, is cooperation with people. This is another beautiful virtue that Allah Almighty commanded His worshippers to pursue in order for them to lead a life filled with ease and success. Cooperation, my friends, refers to people helping one another in everything that is pleasing to Allah Almighty. For example, we may cooperate with our neighbors in cleaning our home's elevator to make our families happy. As Allah the Almighty says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, cooperate with one another in goodness and righteousness, and do not cooperate in sin and transgression. This verse, my friends, means that Allah Almighty commands us to help one another in doing everything that He likes, and everything that may please Him, such as praying, honoring our parents, and studying. Another form of cooperation, my friends, involves us and our siblings taking responsibility to tidy up the toys we've used instead of leaving it for our moms to handle. An additional form of cooperation is for us and our friends to show kindness and respect to our teachers. We can do this by being quiet while the teacher is explaining the lesson, and by keeping our voices down while talking to the teacher. Moreover, we can do this by following the teacher's order that do not conflict with Allah Almighty's commands. Another way to cooperate is to pay attention to the teacher when he asks us to. We may be asked to pay attention when we are playing a game or when he wants to deliver important news to us. We should not cooperate on doing things that Allah the Almighty does not like, such as speaking badly of people or yelling in front of our parents. Now, my friends, who can tell me a hadith in which the Prophet, peace be upon him, encouraged us to cooperate? I will tell you, my dears. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "A faithful believer to a faithful believer is like the bricks of a wall, enforcing each other." So, what is the meaning of this hadith? Yes, well done. This hadith means that a Muslim should help and support fellow Muslims, so that all Muslims are united like a strong brick wall that can't be destroyed by a storm or strong winds. Who can tell me another hadith that encourages Muslims to cooperate? Well done! May Allah bless you all. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever relieves from a believer some grief pertaining to this world, Allah will relieve from him some grief pertaining to the hereafter. Whoever alleviates the difficulties of a needy person who cannot pay his debt, Allah will alleviate his difficulties in both this world and the hereafter. Whoever conceals the faults of a Muslim, Allah will conceal his faults in this world and the hereafter. Allah will aid a servant of His so long as the servant aids his brother." Let's understand the meaning of this hadith together. The Prophet, peace be upon him, says that whoever helps a fellow Muslim in this life, Allah Almighty will help them in the hereafter, and He will help them enter Jannah on the Day of Judgment. And whoever sees his fellow Muslim doing something wrong and doesn't tell anyone about it, then Allah Almighty will conceal his faults in this world and in the hereafter, because he concealed the faults of a fellow Muslim. As for those who are always ready to help and support others, then Allah Almighty will always be there to help and support them. So, my friends, we ask Allah the Almighty to make us among those who help their fellow Muslims, so that He may love us and allow us to enter Jannah in the hereafter. All right, my friends, who can tell me what we have learned today? Well done. May Allah bless you all. Today, we learned that cooperation is an important thing that Allah the Almighty commanded us to do, and Allah Almighty commanded us to cooperate on doing what He likes, and not on what He dislikes. We also learned that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, ordered us to help one another so that Allah Almighty may be pleased with us, and allow us to enter Jannah in the hereafter. We have reached the end of today's lesson, my friends. I'll see you all in another lesson. Goodbye!